The BSTU encourages members to trust government assurances of no teacher layoffs. A drug treatment court coming in a few weeks' time. And in sports, a whitewash for England in the Ashes.
Credible, balanced, committed. This is the CBC Evening News.
Hello, it's January the 5th, 2014, and I'm Shane Seeley with the CBC Evening News. First, we start with this story. The Minister of Finance, Chris Sinclair, will be addressing major issues now facing Barbados' economy tomorrow. That's when he hosts a press conference in the Cabinet Office at Government Headquarters on Bay Street. Mr. Sinclair is expected to make a statement before taking questions from members of the media. The press conference comes just days after he met with trade union leaders who are unhappy about government's decision to lay off 3,000 public servants. In a ministerial statement, the finance minister had announced that the workers would have been going home from January 15th. Just last week, hundreds of employees from the drainage unit were sent home. Tomorrow's meeting gets started at 3 o'clock. In related news, the president of the Barbados Secondary Teachers Union, Marianne Redmond, is encouraging members to trust in government's promise not to send home any teachers. Ms. Redmond says the assurance has been given by the Finance Minister, Chris Sinclair, and her organization will be holding the government to account. It is with that in mind that she says BSTU members need not panic about their job security.
The BSTU is saying to our members that we have been given the strict personal assurance of the Minister of Finance on 2 separate occasions that teachers would not be touched in this draconian exercise. This was corroborated at the level of the subcommittee of the Social Partnership. The BSTU is therefore asking its members to demonstrate trust in those assurances given to us from that level. We are asking them not to panic and to resume in their normal professional manner their duties with the good faith that we demand to be reciprocated from the powers that be.
The long-awaited drug treatment court should be set up in Barbados within the next few weeks. This revelation from the Attorney General Adriel Brathwaite as he delivered remarks during a service at the First Baptist Church to mark the National Council on Substance Abuse Drug Awareness Month. Mr. Brathwaite says unlike the Supreme Court, the drug treatment court will focus exclusively on drug-related matters. He adds that the court will help offenders to positively transform their lives.
It's not a court where we intend to be soft on crime. We want to use that opportunity where there are individuals who drugs is the root cause of their criminality to address the root cause so that in the end, it is our hope that that would reduce or remove the move towards criminality in the future.
And the Attorney General says a collaborative effort is indeed needed in the current fight against substance abuse.
Don't believe for 1 minute that this is an issue for those in certain areas. It's an issue for all Barbadians. It's an issue for all Barbadians. So from a community level, from a school level, from the church level, I'm calling on all Barbadians to recognize that we need a collective effort to reduce the impact of drugs in our society.
With the hustle and bustle of the Christmas period now over, many merchants in the city have begun reviewing sales. A CBC team visited the city to gauge the performance of the stores there and got mixed responses. Over at Cave Shepherd, location manager Andrew Wilkinson revealed that sales finished on par with 2012 despite a slow start.
I must say that the items that did well really is still the Rihanna. Rihanna still remain #1. The items that really did well during the Christmas period would be like we had the gift sets continue to do well. We had toys. They had an extremely good season, and our fashion department.
Over at Diamonds International, the manager of the Broad Street branch, Oral Brathwaite, said the buyers were mostly tourists.
The traffic that normally around this time of year you would see, it was not nearly as exciting as previous years. The thing is, I think the average spender, you're not seeing much of the average spender. The big spenders will still spend, but the average spender, we haven't seen much of those. But again, after Christmas is when it really started to pick up.
Barbados may soon be moving to have HIV testing offered as one of the routine tests normally conducted by doctors. This was revealed by the behavioral change specialist in the National AIDS HIV Commission, Alexis Nurse. She was addressing an HIV sensitization workshop for parents of teenagers at the St. Mary's Church. The session was organized by the Barbados Government Information Service Internal HIV Education Committee.
So if for some of us, more mature folks, go to the clinic or go to our doctors and they offer us an HIV test, don't say, shock horror, why are you asking me about an HIV test? I'm just preparing you that Barbados is moving to the point where we're offering a test to everybody, just so that it becomes routine and normal, and so that we don't start thinking, well, only those people need to have an HIV test, or only people in this age group, or only people who live this kind of lifestyle.